And I asked her if she was sure about that, because I told her in my experience as a hitman, I've dealt with people, you know, who weren't sure and changed their mind. And I told her that once I leave here, she wouldn't be able to get in contact with me, get a hold of me, so this is the time to change her mind. And she said she was 5,000% sure she wanted it done, and she wasn't going to change her mind.
Did you talk to her about getting any money from her previously?
Other than a phone call when I asked her to bring $3,000, it was in the car. We discussed me getting any money from her, and I asked her if she had any money on her to pay me, so I can spend on the work I was going to do for her.
Did she tell you how much she was going to pay you after you killed her husband?
Yes, she said that she was going to pay me $7,000.
Did you talk to her about the expenses that you had incurred in part of your preparation? Did you ever talk about $1,200?
Yes, she explained to me that she gave $12,000 for the purpose of killing her husband.
$12,000 or $1,200?
I'm sorry, it's $1,200.
Okay.
I apologize. And, for the purpose of killing her husband. And she said that she thought that was just going to be that. So at that point, I felt compelled to explain to her that $1,200 wasn't enough. It was just barely enough to buy the gun that I had with me, pay for the car that I was using, buy a phone, and pay other people to do certain things for me. And I needed money to get it done. I explained to her that I had already spent more money getting here to meet with her than she's given me. So if she was going to pay me at the back hand, she's got to put more money on whatever $3,000 she was going to pay me, or double it.
Did you discuss how her husband would be killed?
Yes. After she explained, she wanted me, after the initial idea of me killing her husband, after he takes money out the bank, the $10,000, if that wouldn't work, she asked me how would she know that it's done. I explained to her that on the day of on her husband's supposed murder, she was going to come home, either find her dead body with two shots in the head, or she wouldn't find anything at all.
Was there any discussion with the defendant about how you would make this murder look? What you would make it look like?
Yes. I told her that I checked in the papers that there had been a lot of burglaries in her neighborhood where she lives, so it wouldn't be abnormal for there to be a break-in into any houses. When the police would investigate it, it would look like a burglary or a break-in that went bad. I would smash a couple windows, take a few things from the house to make it look like a robbery, and I'll kill the husband there.
Now, you talked about her mentioning an issue at a bank. Where was that bank located that her husband was going to be getting money from?
She gave me specific directions to where the bank was. She told me the bank was on Glades Road and 441 in Boca Raton. She asked me at one point if I'm familiar with Boca, and I told her, well, I've done some work there. And she explained to me exactly where the bank was and the proximity of the bank to the husband's partner's office.
During this conversation, did she talk to you about where she would be or what she would do during the time the crime was occurring?
Right. She was concerned about what she would do on the day of the crime. And I told her that I would call her the next day to let her know exactly where the crime was going to occur, whether it's at the bank or at her house. If it was going to be at her house, I didn't want her to be at the house. So I would give her specific instructions on where to go. And I asked her if it would be if it wouldn't be normal for her to go work out, go to the gym early in the morning. So I told her that if I'm going to kill her husband at the house, I would ask her to leave her home early in the morning to go work out, go to the gym or something, while I commit the murder.
Can you imagine these conversations going on? Dahlia Dippolito participating in all these conversations about killing her husband. Well, these conversations with Officer Winnie Jean and Dahlia Dippolito, they were caught on camera. But Officer Jean says Dahlia kept her poker face when police told her they knew about the recordings.